This is a Gravely Custom, I think it's called a Convertible. This mower was bought back in the mid-60s by my dad. This is the mower that that I cut grass with, you know, back when I was, 12, 13, 14 years old, maybe even earlier than that. I just remember driving it because it was so cool. I've had it stuck a few times down at the pond that we had on at the place where my dad grew up. It's been converted to electric start. The front of this hood would normally go down lower, but he built this box up here on the front and riveted it in to accommodate a battery, and then added the electric start later. Now this mower has been ran, and it's probably been 6 years or so, but my goal is to get it straightened out. I know there's a carburetor problem. It's just worn out. Some of the stuff in there, the bushings need to be replaced. But we're gonna take it all down and get it running right. Probably have to do some work to the carburetor and the fuel tank, change all the fluids, and get it going again, paint it up, make it look pretty again. You've got several attachments to these things. I don't want to say for sure, but I think there's about 30 different attachments that used to be made for these things. This is like a plow to build your hills in your garden. And this is kind of probably something he made, I would imagine. But it's got a pulley on it. You could maybe run a generator or water pump or something. But that and a 30-inch deck, which is, I'm sure, not OSHA approved anymore. I've seen it sling a spark plug about 100 yards, so I know OSHA would have a fit with it, but that's okay. Alright, the first thing I'm going to do is hook up a battery. We're going to check the oil. I'm going to pull the spark plug, clean it, pull the air cleaner off, look in there, probably drain the bowl. Hopefully there's no gas in there. We're going to have to look in the fuel tank, take a peek down in there with a flashlight and see what we see. Hopefully there's nothing really nasty in there, but I bet I'm going to be very disappointed. I may have to run this thing off a bottle, but I don't feel any rust, so it's dry. No corrosion there. May get lucky. Alright, let's see how it goes. Well, like most things around here, you can't just do one little project without it evolving into something else. We put a battery on the Gravely, and the battery was dead, so we're charging it now. And I just happened to be looking around here, and I noticed there's no belt for my fan and my governor. So just so happened to have, I hope, bought the right belt when that belt broke years ago. It's a A29 Gates belt. I wrote Gravely on it, so let's see if it's the right belt. So the belt is going to go behind this sprocket, up around the fan pulley, and the outside of the belt rides on the governor. The governor is adjustable in and out right here. So I'm hoping that all I got to do is pull this cotter pin out of the drive shaft for the starter and slip the belt in behind this sprocket here. Let's try that. And I notice this is going to have to be replaced here. Looks like pretty quick. This thing is actually missing teeth. Shoot, I may even turn that into a project and weld it up. But that chain is, gosh, I just noticed that too. That chain's in bad shape. I'll tell you what, I'll take it off and soak it. But let's get that little dude off of there. Tell you what I'm gonna do is Loosen this up here. Gosh, dog, it just so happens to be a 9/16, and wouldn't you know it, my 9/16 inch wrench is AWOL right now. Let me go find it. Go. Boy, it's in bad shape. Golly. Man, that's in bad shape. Yeah, it's going to be another project right there. Tell you what, let me take this loose here before we get some sparks flying. All right. Take a look at this. Missing a couple teeth. I'd say the rest of them are worn pretty bad. We'll see what we can do with that. Now what I got into, I finally got that cotter pin out of there. And then this sprocket was frozen under the starter shaft. So what I had to do to get it out of there was I used a couple of pry bars on each end, just applied even pressure like that. Popped it loose. We'll clean that up a little bit, clean the shaft up a little bit. Start trying to weld on some new teeth on this gear here. Get that figured out. I've got the chain over there in my used oil bath, soaking in used motor oil, so maybe that'll help out. All right, let me get everything configured for this shaft sprocket rebuild here. All right, here we go. I'm gonna give it a shot. Got our little Hobart 120. Try to just build up a little bit on this tooth here. All right, my chain is still really stiff in spots. It's just about immobile. It won't move at all. So we'll pick a place in the chain that moves pretty good. It's going to work. It's going to match up. Good deal. Now we got our sprocket rebuilt. We checked that the chain will actually ride and hit every gear. We're going to install the sprocket on the shaft of the starter. It's a tight fit. Once it gets down there a little bit, it doesn't want to go. So I'm going to have to tap it a little bit. There we go. Install the cotter key. And I'll end up having to trim that down a little bit, bend it over, and we'll be done. So earlier in the video, I removed the spark plug and squirted some oil down inside the cylinder. Make sure everything gets lubrication right off the bat. And I can spin this thing freely. You can hear the magneto clicking back there. Everything seems to be good to go. I'm going to slip this belt in here real quick. Man, I hope that's the right belt. Wouldn't that be sweet? Oh boy, she's going to be tight. Let's see, there is an adjustment for that fan, if I remember right. I think. Maybe not. I don't know. This may be a bear getting on. See, I gotta go clockwise. Let that pulley help me out. Help me pull it over. Maybe. Oh man. Come on. Come on. I'm gonna have to get a tool. Help me out here. I believe I can pull it on over. Sorry if I get my head in the way. It may have to happen. Get that belt in that top pulley. Oh yeah, we're good to go now. Boom, right there. Okay, now all we gotta do is pull our governor in so it's touching and tighten it up. That's gonna be a, I forget, 3/4 I think. Push it over a little bit. Alright, that's good. That stand doesn't need to be, well, I'll leave it out of the way to get the chain on, I guess. Alright. Go ahead and pull that chain out of the oil bath. It's not really what I would say free yet, but it may have to be exercised with that starter. Get it where it needs to be. So I'll just put it back on where it came off, which is the little tight spot is up there where that starter gear is anyway. Alright. Right there. A little kink right there I'd like to get out, but that'll work. Put it just like it came off. Good to go. Chain's where I need it. Let's check that, put some fuel in it, check for leaks. Might check for spark.